What's up, fight fans? We need to talk about UFC 302, specifically the co-main event between Islam Makhachev and Jack Della Maddalena. Now, going into this, many of us were excited. We expected a high-level clash, a classic striker versus grappler matchup. But what we got left a lot of people, including some very notable names in the sport, scratching their heads. Let's start with Chael Sonnen. On the ESPN post-fight show, he did not hold back. He said, and I quote, "I feel Jack underperformed." He pointed out that 10 minutes into the fight, Jack had barely thrown a punch. 20 minutes in, the total was just 31 punches thrown, with only 20 landing, most of them to the body. Sonnen was just waiting for Jack to get going, to unleash that striking arsenal we all know he has. He was also unimpressed with the repetitive nature of the fight, saying he learned the double leg takedown in his first 5 minutes of wrestling practice. It was clear Sonnen expected much more from the Aussie contender. And when you look at the official stats, Sonnen's critique holds up. The numbers are pretty staggering. Della Maddalena landed only 30 total strikes out of 70 for thrown. In stark contrast, Islam Makhachev connected on 140 of his 188 strikes. That is a massive discrepancy. But the real story is in the grappling numbers. Makhachev secured 4 takedowns and amassed an incredible 19 minutes and 10 seconds of control time. That's over 19 minutes of a 25-minute fight, where Islam was in a dominant position, dictating where the fight took place. It's hard to win a fight, let alone look impressive, when you're on your back for that long. Joining the chorus of critics was another UFC analyst, Anthony Lionheart Smith. He echoed a lot of Sonnen's sentiments, expressing his own disappointment in Jack's performance. Smith was puzzled by Jack's lack of output and, more surprisingly, his seeming inability to get back to his feet. He felt Jack wasn't doing nearly enough to make Islam work. He said Jack seemed almost content to just hold position on the ground, chasing a few submissions here and there, but never truly threatening. Smith pointed out that Jack is at his best when he's punching in combinations, switching stances, and attacking the body. We saw almost none of that. It was almost like we were waiting for the real Jack Della Maddalena to show up, but he never really got out of first gear. And as Anthony Smith put it, if you don't force your opponent to step it up, why would they? Islam was able to execute his game plan almost perfectly without facing significant resistance or being forced into uncomfortable situations. He never had to dig deep or shift into that championship second gear because Jack simply didn't push him there. This performance raises a lot of questions. Was it a case of Makhachev's grappling being just that overwhelming? Did Jack have an off night? Or was the game plan just not the right one? Many fans felt Jack abandoned his biggest weapons, his crisp boxing and pressure, and tried to play a grappling game with one of the best grapplers on the planet, which is always a risky proposition. You have to dance with the one that brought you, and for Jack, that's his striking. So, what's next for Jack Della Maddalena? This was a big step up in competition, and it's a tough learning experience. He's still a phenomenal talent in the welterweight division. But this fight exposed some significant holes in his takedown defense and his ability to work off his back. He'll need to go back to the drawing board, work on those areas, and come back stronger. One loss, even a one-sided one, doesn't define a fighter's career, especially against a champion of Islam Makhachev's caliber. It's all about how you respond and what you learn from it. What did you guys think of the fight? Were you as underwhelmed as Sonnen and Smith? Or do you think it was just a case of Makhachev being on another level? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed the breakdown, Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more MMA content. See you in the next one.